Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. Why are you doing this? Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. You remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. You're fucking mean. You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Okay. Interesting interaction. Why are you giving me advice on being a defense attorney? You're a fucking prosecutor. Get out. First trial without a Faye helping me. Oh. Oh, that's sad. I miss Mia. Oh. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Alright. Well, yeah, we got Emma, but she doesn't seem to like us very much. February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Yeah, a little unfortunate that... How many cases in are we in his career? And he's like, man, no, I gotta do this by myself. Like, sir, you went to law school, presumably. Hi, Edgeworth. Glad you're here, bud. 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Weird to be on opposing sides again. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Very poetic. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing everything. Okay. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Yeah, and she used my car. Yeah. And she used my car without permission. And now I can't get the blood out of the trunk and I'll never be the same. Do you know how much that affects my resale value? There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. What does that mean? Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Like, what do you... Aren't they both supposed to have opening statements? Why doesn't the defense ever have an opening statement? They never let Phoenix talk. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. What do you mean by that? That can mean so much different stuff. I don't like that. That's a good point. Would Phoenix even have an opening statement? He's definitely not prepared. He's not prepared enough. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. Are we bribing the judge? Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? Is that just rice with black sesame seeds on it? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. That's true, it's 10 a.m. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. Alright, what is this, a caviar spawn? Hashtag spawn? I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. Ew! Oh, that sounds awful. You know, that's true. Maybe Phoenix should be taking these free meals from her because we know this motherfucker isn't making any money. He needs a break from the instant ramen. The heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Probably like garbage, dude. Like actual garbage juice. I think. Alright. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Oh my god. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. I mean, I'm not trying to knock your profession. Lunch lady is definitely a professional thing, but... Do you really count as, like, a police officer? It's true, the judge doesn't even need to be talking right now. Just eat your lunch while she gives her testimony. Until 2 years ago, Ms. Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Me too, Emma. Same. Cough up? Wait, she had... Wait. Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. What? Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Starr. If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. I wish her entire title didn't sound like a porn star's name. Angel Starr, cough up queen. Fucking Brazzers logo around her around her face. Oh yeah, that was definitely on purpose. Parking lot divided right. We got A and B. A block is for prosecutors, B block is for visitors and clients. Chain divider separates the two. Keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces. Sure, whatever. Crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. Who was this valiant witness? Well, it was me! Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth. Poor Phoenix! Why is everyone so mean to this guy? Straight up called him a fucking loser. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Damn, get fucked. Give them your words, Miss Starr. Poor Nick. Alright. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. He has no aura to defend against insults. He definitely doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would stand up for himself, does he? Very interesting that he became a prosecutor. I mean, a defense attorney. Phoenix is a walking joke. Hell, he was a joke character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Was he? I didn't even know he was in that. That's so funny. He does seem like the butt of the joke kind of guy. That's why he teamed up with Larry. Larry was the only kid in school that could get made fun of more. It's true! You're so right. Everyone in this game is a character, but Phoenix is just some guy. Yeah. He's the most normal dude. That's why everyone makes fun of him. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Oh shit. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Mel's, it's because he's using his hair to try and be cool like everybody else, but that's it. That's all he's got. Sonic the Hedgehog ass fanboy. He do be wearing a blue suit. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Did we have to specify that it was the pointy tip? We don't have to focus on her bringing food to her boyfriend. Like, you do not. We're talking about a murder here, Judge. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? Still thinking about it. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Sick Monty Python reference. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Alright. What do you mean? I'm just gonna immediately press her on everything. Respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Everyone in this game is so savage. Given that they are used- oh my god. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. Why did they just let this child into the courtroom, by the way? Why do they just let Phoenix bring kids in here? Is it like take your surrogate daughter to work day every day? Yeah, that hair flip is pretty great. It's a good one. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Oh, that's why she's got the vendetta. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Alright, continue. They know Phoenix could never win on his own, so they let him have emotional support. You're so right, Luna. They're like, oh, we kind of just feel bad for the guy. The kid is the supervisor. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. You have several? Yeah, and what about it? Jeez. Now reminded fucks. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. If you must know. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend is still open for applicants. She's so funny, I love her. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Okay. Up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Okay. Room with the security sign. Okay, would be nice if we could have seen it. That's alright. Maya's like a Pomeranian, Emma's like a cat that is calming Phoenix's nerves. That is such a good example. Because Maya's like the tiny little Pomeranian that's got like a Napoleon complex and is like super vicious to protect their owner. That's what Maya's like, with like her frequent outbursts, and it's always very helpful in the end. And Emma's like the kind of laid back, quiet, emotional support. So good. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Oh my god, is Missile a Pomeranian? I didn't even think about that. I always think of Pomeranians with really long hair. Look, I'm not saying anything bad about Pomeranians at all. That's what Rocky's like. Oh, do they change his... what type of dog Missile is in the other games? Oh, you have a Pomeranian, Luna? Cute! 3 BFs. I don't know how people do more than one. I'm so tired with just one. It does seem like a lot of emotional effort to be in any remotely polyamorous relationship. Anything with multiple partners. Like, even when I was single and I was dating, oh my god, it's exhausting. Like, not even in a pretentious or big ego way. Like, literally, just how do you... So, like, to try to invest true emotional labor in multiple people, you're incredible. You're a superhero. How? 2 missiles, 1 Shiba, 1 Pom, both adorable. Hell yeah. So sweet. I love it. Had them both as my avatar for Steam for a bit. I love that. God, so cute. Love these little guys. What do you mean you sensed something? Elaborate, please. It's a lot more relaxing than you think. Dude, I'll take your word for it. I believe it. I feel like if that's where your heart's at, then it doesn't feel as laborious, you know? That makes sense to me. Because, I don't know, aren't all relationships work? Like, I hate when people are like, relationships shouldn't be work. I feel like that's total garbage. Of course it's work. That's the point. You're choosing to emotionally invest in people. It shouldn't be, like, a chore. It shouldn't be the most draining, awful, exhausting thing. But it definitely takes work, but you do it because you want to, so it's not the same. You know what I mean? had them both. Wait, what do you mean you got requests? You got requests from certain people? About the Pomeranian and about missile? About the missiles? Plural? I need so much me time. I feel bad for the amount I have now. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm with you on that, Mel. I definitely need more me time now than I used to. But maybe it's because I live with my partner though. So I don't like, it's not the same as living alone, you know what I mean? Or like remote, or, you know, someone alone type of thing, like spending so much time alone. I mostly am around another person, so I don't feel that, like, that need for social interaction as much, you know? Like, I cannot fucking wait for this weekend. Me and Steven are gonna probably order some Chipotle and just, like, sit at home for the whole night, either maybe tomorrow or Saturday, and just, like, eat Chipotle and watch movies, like, watch Halloween movies and stuff. Hi, bud. And I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait to just sit at home. You know what I mean? Me time is nice. You just learn to schedule everything out. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I feel like that's gotta be key to being happy. Well, definitely in any relationship, monogamous, poly, or otherwise. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Apparently, you can use animal avatars on Steam without trying to be oh, furries. Gotcha. I was like, what do you mean where people were making weird requests? Gotcha. They were just furries. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm still getting over that cold I had last week. You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder. It felt like, how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Ma'am, what? Yeah. The fuck are you talking about? Wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. What the fuck is... What are we talking about? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as attack. Must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as attack. Excitement of the prospect of eating roasted pumpkin seeds. Sarah, that's amazing. Incredible interpretation of what would otherwise be considered absolute gibberish. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. No one is safe. No one is safe from teenagers. Not even the fucking judge himself. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a car. Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. Cute outfit. Like those pink boots. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. Dude, I don't know if I could confirm from 30 feet away. No, I could. I'm trying to look out my window and determine how far 30 feet is. If I had my glasses on, I could. I am certain it was her. Her side bangs switch sides every once in a while. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Yeah, I'm terrible at determining distance, Sarah. Also, I literally just have to try and, like, kind of conceptualize it. I have to use certain measurements, like, literally with, like, the 6 feet distance, when I'm trying to remember, like, how far to stay away from people for social distancing. My stepdad is 6 feet tall, so I just think about him lying on the floor between me and someone else, and I'm like, okay, that's enough space. I could confirm from 30 feet away, but that's only because I have 20/10 vision. You're incredible, Luna. Oh my gosh. Superwoman. Distance might as well be magic to me, like it doesn't mean anything in my head. Yeah, yeah. 2 Garys worth of distance, yeah. I'd say he was about 2, maybe 3 Garys away. That's really funny. Oh, just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo. How could Edgeworth have done this when he's simply a worm? Worms don't have hands! You are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Alright. Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? Switching sides of my side bangs? I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Not the best. That was inspiring, sir? You're just gonna let her talk to me like that? I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Photograph? You took this? That would have been helpful information that would have been useful for me yesterday. .jpg. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over, and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. More like, I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Or you could use your little flip phone. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? Because I don't like you. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. Okay, then why didn't you show it to us? My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. I was about to make a joke about where she was hiding a camera, but she beat me to it. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Oops, wrong person. Whatever. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. You know, great point. Is that not a bias? Both of her boyfriends work there. And she hates prosecutors. They would never, if this lady was gonna be on a jury, they would never, if she was like interviewing to be on a jury, they would never let her be on the jury. Just saying. Damn, girl got a type. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all. Yeah, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. Yeah? Are you? Is that true? I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Phoenix, get it together, bud. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife, then what? Thrust the pointy tip of the knife. Weird that she pointed that out. Why are you pointing this out? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. What do you mean? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Yeah, good point. She had no time to stop it, but she had time to take a picture. Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Maybe she's the Pomeranian after all. Don't smile like that. Fucking weirdo. Oh wait, no, that's the beginning. My bad. Yeah. No prince. Oh, she's wearing gloves. Damn it. Oh, I think this game would be 10 times funnier if Emma talked like that for real. Instead of being like the passive kind of like not even sarcastic, like she's genuinely just... It's like the opposite of sarcastic. She's just being genuine when she's saying like these scathing insults. Be 10 times funnier if she was just like, you fucking weirdo. Oops, not what I meant. Yeah. It'd be really funny if she really did just, you fucking nerd. Okay, so wait, maybe I should press her on that one? Maybe to say, like, hey, why were you able to take the picture and not say something? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. Okay. Isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this graph. Then you can hit her back with a you fucking nerd girl over here quoting Monty Python. You're so right. We could absolutely roast this teenager. You think I won't? I'll give you insecurities you'll never forget. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Even if Emma isn't insulting Phoenix, the Ace Attorney is still Capcom's most consistently good series. I mean, I don't know many of the other ones, but I'm thinking this has been great so far. I think it's very consistently good. That had to be the weakest objection ever. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Get fucked. What do you mean? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was right after the stabbing. How could you tell that? Blood splatter. The dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat. Why is this in black and white? Why are all of our photos black and white? Yeah. Yes, but it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. Great. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? I'll object. Slam those hand down, bud. That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. She said she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Okay. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Jumping to conclusions. Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing these gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. I mean, are they like surgical gloves or just like regular gloves? Does she just regularly wear gloves? We saw that like crazy getup she was wearing. Edgeworth has it out for fashion. He just wants everyone to dress in the weird nature that he dresses in. Yeah, coming from the ruffle, motherfucker. Do you think he was killed before they actually got there? Before Edgeworth actually pulled into the parking lot? I'm interested in that. Because it says he was killed between 4 and 5:30. Anyway. You know, the rubber gloves thing wouldn't really hold up now, would it? Because a lot of people are wearing rubber gloves in public right now. This might hurt us, but I'm gonna try it, because there's no... Witness, do you know what this is? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Being fair, I don't exactly go out into public places. Yeah, I get that. Defendant is the chief prosecutor. Mommy or prosecutors bad people? There's a lot happening here. There's a lot to unpack. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? Don't demean me in this courtroom. In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? That's a good question. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. It's a good point. Thought Edgeworth was calling Angel mommy for a minute. Oh, hate it. I hate it. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Alright, take it down a notch. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Right, I don't believe the next lunch you'll be eating is I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. We don't need the gimmicks here, Edgeworth. Just get to the point. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. No, not over such a trifling detail. This shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. The prosecution could care less if it was... Could care less? Edgeworth, you're an educated man. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. Yeah, I agree, Mel. Who cares if it was planned or not? I guess it helps with a motive. Like, it helps make her seem more guilty, but, like... I don't know. She still did it. Presumably. I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. Oh yeah, in like real life it would definitely change your sentence, for sure. It would be like a totally different crime altogether, but here they kill all criminals regardless, so who cares, yeah. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Alright, well we didn't fucking ask you to deduce anything. It's like talking to somebody who like used to be in a really high up position at work, but like they got demoted or something, and they just can't let go of the fact that they used to be in this high up position, so they just talk over you constantly and keep like trying to interfere. That's what she's reminding me of right now. She's like, I used to be a detective. See? Why did so many of these people used to be detectives? I'm very concerned. I'm concerned about this with her. I'm concerned about this with Marshall, whose first name is Jake, which I think is very funny. The most, like, Midwest white dude name you could possibly have. This dude's acting like a fucking Spanish cowboy. Or they were above you, but you passed them up. Yeah, exactly. Like when you used to like be a subordinate to somebody, but now you're like above them. Oh yeah, that's exactly the vibe she's giving across. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. Okay, well I didn't fucking ask. All right, well the harder you go in on this, my friend, like the more suspicious it makes you seem. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. There was only one stab wound. So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Good question, Emma. Good for you. All right, I already know what I'm cross-examining. She said that stab the knife in again and again. You're being dramatic. Stop exaggerating. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. Ew. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. Good one. Edgeworth's on it today. What do you mean?